Hey guys, it's Melissa here with Rooted Home and Garden. Today we're going to be focusing on the chicken garden. I am ready to start planting my boxwood hedge. Now just a quick mini tour of this area. I have not weeded this area. Look how quickly those weeds do grow. My goodness, but this is the chicken garden. So currently I have this little fence right here. On my fence I have some grapes growing, and look at my grape clusters. They are looking so beautiful. In just a few short weeks, I am going to be having a huge harvest. We're going to give this a shout out as well. This is called Peter Pan. It's a agapanthus, and it's looking so beautiful. The reason why I love the Peter Pan so much, first of all, it's very compact. As you can see, it is not a big one. Now, I did just transfer this from out front to the backyard, so this is actually much smaller than it will be when it is full grown, but it doesn't get very big. And the reason why I love it, look how dark the blooms are. Isn't that striking? From all the way across the yard, I can see those blooms and it looks spectacular. I do have this garden completely sectioned off from the rest of the garden. And that's just because I like things to look cozy. Having separate rooms in my yard makes it actually appear bigger than it really is. I don't know why that is. It just, for some reason, I'm noticing since I put up all these rooms in my yard, it feels so huge. So I love that. Here on both sides of the garden gate, I do have these topiaries that are actually bay leaves. You don't actually eat bay leaves, but what you do is you cook with it. You can put it in your stews, you can put it in your spaghettis, and it adds so much flavor. You just can take off a leaf and squish it. And it smells so amazing. It really does. Ah, perfect for food, I'm telling you. Here are more grapes. Oh, look at this cluster. Now this, unfortunately, was mislabeled when I purchased it. This actually is a seeded grape, not a seedless like the other one. It is delicious, but you do have to pick out the seeds. But that's why they're so much bigger than the other ones. Hello, my girls, I hear you. Yes. Hello. So a few years ago, I built this area myself. My husband really didn't want much to do with it, so I was determined I wanted this parterre garden, so I built it myself. I made a plan. I purchased the chicken coop. We built the chicken run itself, and my husband did help me with the edging in this area. And I'm telling you, I love this space so much. It could look a little cleaner, to be quite honest with you, but that's another problem that we're not going to worry about today. But I built these pathways that go all the way around and made it look like a very formal area because I do love formal gardens. However, I do not have the mindset to have a formal garden throughout my entire yard. I wouldn't be able to keep up with it. As beautiful as that is, I personally wouldn't be able to keep up with that. So therefore, a small section in my yard where really nobody else goes into this area other than me. So really, it's okay if things kind of don't look so great, but you know what? This area actually brings me so much joy. So currently I do have 4 chickens in here. I have 2 buff Orpingtons and 2 black copper Morans, and I have a bunny rabbit in here somewhere. Oh, there he is. Hello, Lollipop. Hello, baby. He's right there in that corner, blending it if you don't see him over there. Over here on the side, I do have a plum tree. This is a burgundy plum, and I do have a Granny Smith apple tree right here, and I have green grapevines growing on the run, and they're looking so beautiful. In fact, I do have grapes growing as well. So this is how small these ones are. They're not as big as the other ones. Whoops, every time you touch it. It's a very delicate little sucker, isn't it? So we're not going to touch. We're just going to look with our eyes. But it's looking so beautiful. But these are green grapes because my son likes green grapes. Over here, I have a Japanese maple that's looking so beautiful. And I had planted this pot up a few weeks ago, and it's looking phenomenal. Everything is looking so beautiful and so healthy and happy. I do have my pots on both corners of this planter. One right here and one over here on the other side. And both of them actually have cucumbers, dill, chives, and a few other little things planting in there. This one does get a ton of shade. So we're not seeing a ton of action over here, but it's still growing and it's looking beautiful. Oh, I am getting a tiny little cucumber right there. Wonderful. Let's go to the other side. This side gets a little bit more sun than the other side. Do I have anything? Oh, I do. Oh, how exciting. I'm getting cucumbers. Wonderful. Oh, and I'm also seeing plums. You see the plums? Right there. Oh, ouch. There's a thorn bush in here. I've transplanted a rose bush that was over here, and apparently it has grown back, actually, 2 of them. One right there and one right there. So I have to decide what I want to do with that. But of course, the weeds have taken over, and I don't honestly know what kind of weeds these are. They're so, I mean, I see several different weeds, but the one I'm specifically talking about are these ones. If you guys know what this is, let me know. This sucker is so awful. It grows so dense and so hard. It, as you can see, it could clearly cover an entire walkway. So I am going to actually spray this, kill this completely. I am going to use vinegar instead of a chemical because I do try to be as natural as I possibly can. But I do hope to get rid of that soon. And to be honest with you, I don't feel like digging all this up. So I may just do this the easy way and just use cardboard and mulch and just do that over and over again. Just because I don't feel like digging this up. So that may be its own little video on itself because I really don't want to have to do that. But what I am going to do today is I am going to be placing all of my boxwoods over here and getting them all structured. And then we're going to start digging. I may not be able to do it myself. I've been dealing with some health issues the last couple of months. So now that I'm starting to feel better, I want to actually get some things done. That's why I've got this huge pile over there, just because I keep buying things and yet I don't feel good enough to plant anything. But you know what? That's okay. I am starting to regain my strength, so now I can start getting things done. But I am still a little weak, so I may have people help me with that. Now, I am using 2 different types of boxwoods for this area. And the reason why is because I don't know. I don't know the exact reason why anymore. I bought it months ago. Oh, the blue jays are back. The blue jays like to eat my fruit. And so I think he kind of remembers my yard from last year. Darn it. So this boxwood right here is called a dwarf English boxwood. It gets about 3 by 3. This is extremely slow growing, so it makes it super easy for a person like me who doesn't like a lot of maintenance to keep up. So this is a good one to plant in our garden. Now, to be quite honest with you, I wish that I had just purchased this only for my entire yard for many reasons. Number one is that it was so much cheaper than the other boxwood that I got by like half the price. But I don't live anywhere near the garden center where I bought these from. So being able to plant these and go and get them and source out enough of this, it really was quite difficult. So which is why I bought the other one. Now this one, this is called a sprinter boxwood. I don't remember the stats offhand right now, so I'll have to pop it up on the screen. But I do know that this grows more vigorously and it does attract spider mites, which is something I've been getting in my garden the last couple of years. Really not happy about that. I've been gardening in this garden for 15 years. I never had big pest issues, especially with spider mites, up until a few years ago. And now all of a sudden, every year I've been getting them and it's been destroying everything so beautifully in my yard, which is such a bummer. But you know, that happens, I suppose. Now, I do know these also grow much more vigorously than the dwarf English boxwoods. So I'm going to have to do my very best to actually maintain those ones much more often than the English boxwoods. Now, if you're wanting to have a boxwood hedge like I do, you have to make sure that, especially if you live in an area like I do, that you maintain it quite often. Now, what I mean by that is, like, if it needs to be trimmed, you got to trim them, especially if you're keeping them as small as I am. I am keeping them rather small because I want to be able to see the structure, but I don't want it to crowd out the entire area. These flower beds aren't very deep. They're actually quite narrow. I think this one's only about 3 feet wide over here. I don't want it to eat up a lot of space. So I've got to work really hard to make sure that I keep it very compact, very narrow to maintain the structure, but yet not eat up a lot of space so that I can plant other things in here. I like to plant my vegetables in here every year, minus this year. I plant my garlic and my onions in this area. I have purchased a ton of peppers, and that's what's going to go in this area this time. Got to get these things done. before it's too late. Now this job is going to take me multiple days, so if you see me wearing clothes on different days, then you know exactly why that is, because I am really trying hard to pace myself, to not overexert myself, because last week I overexerted myself and I was ill for quite a few days because of it. So we're not going to do that again. I need to go slow and make sure that I am taking care of myself while I'm doing the things that I love to do. All right, so I think I'm going to go ahead and get started. Wish me luck. My shots.
Fine.
Did you go swimming, Lily?
Video captured us at Green Acres. Don't hold them sideways, son. Hold them. I can't hold them.
Go that way.
Put my phone to the camera.
Yeah, that's a shot. I can put it on full.
Look how good it's looking already. So much greenery, so much structure. Oh my gosh. Why has it taken me so long to do it?
Beautiful.
Oh, it is. Are you loving it?
Yes. Hold it.
I am so amazed.
Hi.
All right, guys, we're almost done. Hello, Snack. Hello, beautiful girl. Hi, baby. Hello, honey. Hello, beautiful girl. How are you? How are you? Such a pretty girl. Hello, Lily. Hello, baby. Hi, honey. Are you helping? You went swimming. You're all wet. Is it hot out here today?
We're all done.
That's it? That's all of it?
Yeah, there's like that one like inner, but that's those aren't boxwoods.
Well, I only want the boxwoods currently. Wonderful. So we got them all up. Was there enough?
Really fun. So they just need to space them out.
Just space them out correctly. All right. Okay. So I'm noticing I don't have a lot. Maybe they're too close together. Let's work on this. Huh. See what I'm saying? Picture it. Can you see it now? Yes, it's tiny, it's narrow, and we can, I think it really accentuates the narrowness of this area. But you know what? That's okay. I think the green just looks so pretty, and it's going to be green year round. Now this side over here, this is to the right. This side gets a little bit more sun than the side on the left over here. This is full shade completely. So these ones in the sun are going to grow more than the ones in the shade. Hello, Lollipop. But it's going to look so pretty. But obviously, I need to space it out a little bit more. I wonder if I'm going to have enough to go all the way. I thought I had more than this. Apparently, I did not film them being installed. But here they are, and they look gorgeous.